Hello everyone, my name is James Knochel. I've been a member of the High Noon Toastmasters since January of 2017. This is the TLI presentation on the hybrid meeting. This is not the right way to do a hybrid meeting, this is just how I started doing it. For the High Noon Toastmasters, I've been a member since January 2017. I'm the Sergeant at Arms, the Vice President of Education. And when the shelter-in-place orders came down in March of 2020, I thought to myself, this is going to probably take longer than 2 weeks. So I like my Toastmasters Club. I've got to do what I can to keep this Toastmasters Club going. I have a background in technology, so I thought, how can we set up a blended meeting where you have people in the room and people participating online with equipment that I already have. You go to a lot of these corporate conference centers, they have thousands of dollars in meeting equipment. I do not want to spend every last penny in the club's budget on equipment that we may or may not need. So my goal is to set up stuff with inexpensive equipment, with stuff that you can find at yard sales and thrift stores. We'll talk about the software later. This is our collection of material. It's the club's projector. You have 2 laptops. You only need one to get started with a hybrid meeting. This laptop is our main, this runs the online meeting software, and the web camera is connected to this laptop. I've connected the web camera to a tripod. This is a very fancy piece of equipment. It's a wooden block. I talked to my neighbor and we put a 1/4 inch, it's a 1/4 by 20 thread. And these are tripod hats, so we can screw our camera into the tripod. By having the camera on the tripod, we can swing it to point directly at whoever's talking in the room. Now, we use an external monitor to allow the people in the room to see the participants on monitor. For our 2 laptop setup, we have an external monitor that is mainly for whoever is at the lectern. And we have the camera directly in line with this monitor. Now, when most people in the room can see the online participants projected onto the wall. But in our first rendition of this, we did not have this monitor here. And whoever was at the lectern, they might have been getting reviewed by somebody online, and they would crank their head to look at the wall, and it was very goofy. And so by having this monitor right here, it makes it easier for whoever's at the lectern to participate with the people online. And we have a large speaker connected to this first laptop, and this speaker provides enough volume for the people in the room to hear whatever somebody who is online is saying. These little laptops probably don't have big enough speakers. This speaker was donated by my stepfather. It was just in his giveaway pile, so I snagged it for High Noon. We have a second laptop here. A second laptop does all the timing features of the club. We have a web browser. As you can see right now, the screen is red. This is just a website. I've been using Caleb Grove's Toastmaster timer, the tmtimer.calebgrove.com or something like that. I'll put that on the handout. And this laptop has the open broadcasting software. And that open broadcasting software captures the web screen and it creates a virtual camera. So it pipes the web browser into the camera feed. And when you have 2 laptops, it's very important to only have 1 microphone and 1 set of speakers. Because as soon as you get 2 microphones and 2 speakers, you get a lot of feedback, and it just ruins the experience for everyone. So on this second laptop, we always have it muted and we always have the microphone off. And that deals with the audio problem. Now on this 2 laptop setup, we have the projector connected to the second laptop. And these are extended, where it's like you have two monitors. In this first laptop, this monitor just duplicates whatever's on the screen, whereas you just drag the online meeting software onto the wall on this. I have gotten away with running one laptop. So often I forget my laptop. Today I forgot the laptop. Our dear, one of our dear leaders, I ran home to get this laptop as a prop for this video. So you can get away with one laptop. And with the open broadcasting software, you can put the timing website over your camera feed. Let's see if I check my notes. I gave this laptop to the club in 2019. It was in my pile of old laptops. This one is from about 2008, 2009. It's 12 years old. And this was the cheapest laptop that you could get from 12 years ago. And I have many other old laptops, and this was the oldest of my working laptops. I thought this would be good for the club. We have a member who doesn't have a laptop. He has a desktop at home. He was able to put his presentation slides together, and he used the club laptop to put this on so he could share his laptop or his slideshow with the club. And the point is, a lot of your club members might have an old laptop in their supplies. So just raid your memberships closets. There's various thrift electronics recyclers. There's an electronics recycler at 7th Street and Jefferson right next to the ballpark in Phoenix. And they have lots of old laptops there. This is just a basic USB webcam. I had to buy this for the club because my old webcam did not function well with Windows 10. So this cost us about $40. Now, you don't need a projector if your club meeting room already has a big screen TV or something like that. You can use that instead of the projector. The main thing is to have some way to allow all the people in the room. Had a little unscheduled break right there. Go back. Now, something I've realized over my years of recording is it's important to leave enough blank space in your videos so that if you want to go back and cut it, you don't have to squeeze your cut into a quarter of a second. When I arrive to set up our hybrid meeting, one of the first things I do is I will plug in both of the laptops, which is, if I only have one laptop, I'll plug it in and I'll turn it on first. This laptop has an old spinning hard drive. It takes a couple minutes before it's ready to go. I have another laptop that I used. It has a spinning hard drive. It took 5 to 10 minutes before it was fully booted up. It's to do with Windows 10 and all that. So I plug in the laptops first and I get them powered on. And then I start to connect the cables. On the main laptop, I'll connect the webcam, connect the external monitor, I'll connect the speaker. And then I connect to the Zoom meeting early. And as soon as we're connected to the Zoom meeting, I'll use the software to test the sound to make sure that I have the speaker on, and it's working like it's supposed to, and that the microphones work. Now, usually Zoom will use this microphone, but sometimes Zoom gets confused. And I have to make sure that the microphone that Zoom is using is the one connected to this camera and not the one facing the Zoom master. Just test that. 2 tips mentioned here. One is that you want to be sure to point the camera at whoever in the room is speaking. Because sometimes we've had people online giving their review of somebody who's speaking in the room. Well, that person at home should be given a view of the person that they're reviewing. So right now, for example, no one is at the lectern. I've had times when I've realized that the person on the Zoom meeting is talking to the empty lectern. So now you can get by with the timer and the Zoom master being the same person. It's nice to have two different people doing these two different jobs, but I have gotten away with doing both these jobs myself. I'll talk for a moment about the software. A lot of clubs have kind of standardized on the Zoom system. High Noon has a member who has a business Zoom account, and we've just used their Zoom account all the time. It's been a problem though. Other clubs have had the person with the Zoom account goes AWOL on them. All of a sudden they have no Zoom account. So it's nice to have an account that the club controls. Some clubs have the account, they let their members use their account. The club has control of the account. At our first online hybrid meeting, we used the free software Jitsi. It's meet.jit.si. And it worked pretty well. Our club member offered us the use of their Zoom account. The difference between the free Jitsi service and the paid Zoom account is that the Zoom is just a little more polished than the free account. They spend a lot of effort ironing out all the bugs, working all the kinks out. So Zoom works well. It's not necessary. The Jitsi service is free. I'll put that website in my handout for this. I think that's all I have to say right now. Hopefully we'll have a question and answer period. I'm filming this in advance, so I'm not sure exactly how this is going to go down in a couple days. But I intend to be here for questions. Otherwise, you can just email me. My email address is james@pencilbox.com.